years in office. Now, when they went to Cairo, initially it was only one road. But you know, when I went there to flag it up, I saw how happy they were. They were so excited. Before I do it, Cairo, all those areas there. So I think the chairman, AMAC chairman, who spoke, if I knew I wouldn't have allowed him to speak. Oh, sir, what you've done for us, if you can help us, FCT road, this road, this road, this road. So when I came to speak, I said, well, since you're happy, we'll make you more happy. So all those roads, I have to take all of them at the same time.
Expansion and channeling.
All these roads, I have to take all of them.
Do you mind if I just...
No, let me say I don't forget.
About the Cairo.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is coming from a journalist. So I think it's just to counter what to say. Because the road project in Cairo, Kurudu, is going on well. We are very happy with the project. The water project there is going on just fine. We need to give Minister Wike a title for his efforts in Cairo, Kurudu, Orozo.
So,
this from a journalist.
Is it not very well?
The road is actually...
You see why I was saying? Sometimes people say one place. You hear rumor, have you been there? Go and see. I have been there 4 times. I don't sit in my office for you to tell me this and that. I don't. Each time I go there, look at school children, look at traders, they all run out. They can't believe it. You mean we can see a government that can tell us we'll do this and they're doing it? You mean you can see a minister face to face? Is it correct? It had never happened. And all these roads will be completed and inaugurated this June. You say apocalypse. Mind you, this road was
Join the 9th anniversary. Come build your own pocket city. Turn demo skills into city landmarks. Develop zones to unlock the 1 million treasury. Your empire waits. Build your legacy.
I'm different. You know, if you don't go out, you wouldn't know how big Abuja is. If you are just following on the road, if that's the way, then you are making a mistake. Buhari alone, I went to Buhari to Kubwa, 17 kilometers. My brother, there's a church somewhere, one of these Pentecostal churches, I can't remember. I'm sure the pastor will say, I told you. I'm sure the pastor will pray now. You tell his members, I told you that our cry will be heard by the Almighty God. So, as I was passing there, you can see people come out from the church. That is how happy they are with the government. Go and see. We started from A2 Road to Pai, which President Commission. Take from Pai now to Gomani. Go and see from Gomani to Yangoji. Go and see. Go and see the one they call Arab Road, which I call Amazongo Road. Go and see. I am not here to do 3D. I don't do 3D. I'm not somebody who see what you are doing 3D. No, I don't believe in 3D. Seeing is what? Believing. Seeing is what? Believing. I want anybody to challenge me. Whether you're a National Assembly member, whether you're a governor, whether you're anywhere, whether you're a chief, challenge the Minister of FCT. Come and tell us what you'll be using our tax money to do. Challenge me.
But how are you getting this money?
Fine.
When ministers are complaining of not getting money.
Fine. That's why you know. That's why people should know we're talking about support. It's not about the party you belong to. It's not about coming on the television to say you're supporting president. Let us say what you do. To collect tax, you know it's not an easy thing. I don't know how many of you like to pay tax. If I have an average Nigerian, they want everything free. But they want road, they want lights, they want this. As if you are going to cover the money. It is not easy. When I came to Abuja, we are like 8-9 billion every month. 8-9 and not 80. 8-9 billion. Before you go and write things that I said we are getting 80-90. 9 billion. That is 8 to 9, not 89, right? I said, if the money we get from the federal government is 1% of the allocation of federal government, whatever federal government gets, they give us 1%. So if federal government gets a trillion, for example, they'll give us 1%, which is 10 billion naira. 10 billion naira cannot carry the salaries. 10 billion, the minimum wage, scaling up and the rest. Our salary in a month is not less than 12, 13 billion. So we must augment. How do you augment? If for the agile, and it must be very, very decisive. There's no abuse I think any politician has gotten than me. I think if after president, it's me that's getting the highest abuse. There's nothing will do that you won't get abused. So he has come to take our land, he has come to do this, he has come to do that. Well, what's important to me, I want to be concentrated to do the job. The money we have gotten for tax, challenge me, Minister FCT, what are you doing? I will show, as I sit here, I don't need to call anybody to give me the files. As I sit here, in all the 6 area councils, I can tell you, as I'm sitting down here, see how many projects in each of the area councils. I can.
Last week, we got a report about 2 separate cases, this one chance matter. And usually, it happens in the evening for those who unfortunately witnessed it. I know that you have different security meetings in the FCT about this matter. Could you tell us what is being done? What is the latest that you're doing to ensure that that is, if not reduced to the barest minimum, but eliminated entirely?
I thought what you said just recently, but I thought you would have started this way. That since you can, we have been able to reduce this one chance. You didn't say that. I thought you would have said, since you got this one chance, what were we doing? If for the past how many months you've not had it, you just had it now, or these few days, then that should mean that we have been working very hard to make sure that this one chance does not occur again. But again, you should also understand that the more strategy you apply, the armed robbers, the criminals, whatever, will try to see how they will, at least 1 or 2 times, they may try to succeed. Do you understand me? That's why you cannot say one security strategy will be able to solve the entire problems. We have had a meeting, and the security people have said, look, it looks like the one chance thing is reoccurring. But happily, we'll try to make sure that it wasn't there again, or that impact was no longer felt. Now, they have come to say, look, from our report, it does appear that this one chance is reoccurring. Therefore, we have to adopt different strategy. My business, my duty, is to give security agencies all the necessary support. Now again, it will be wrong, and that's why we make a mistake, to come to the public, to begin to tell you our strategies on how to cope this menace. When you do that, those who participate in that, you know they're watching this television. You know that? They are watching. But all I can tell you, thank you, like I said, which we have taken notice. Just watch in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Call me back whether that report you gave, or I will call you to say, Chamberlain, how far? Have any other person come to give you that report? But I will always say, for us to know, it will be foolish for anybody to say, in a society like ours, you cannot have 1 or 2 crimes being committed. It will be very difficult, and people must face that reality. People must face that reality. I don't like a situation where we think that even in the advanced countries, the only difference is that when it occurs, there is the 95%, 99% chance that it will be caught. And when they are caught, they face the music. That is the only difference. That we have not been able to say that we have that capacity to make sure that something that happened 50 years ago, that we are still pursuing it, to make sure those who are involved will face the wrath of the law. But whether can
having a much more secure public transportation system.
That's what we're trying to say. Remember,
that's a little over a week ago.
For example,
you inaugurated the monument for the Abuja bus terminal.
No, I did not inaugurate.
What was that?
What happened? Listen to me. We said it will not be handled by the FCT. Okay. That we are going to firm it out. And when it was firmed out, the cost was beyond ministerial approval. Okay. And so we have to write to FEC. I mean, we have to write to President, which of course means that it will come to FEC. I thank God it was about 1 week or 2 weeks ago that FEC approved the management contract. Even when it came to, so what am I going to? I said, no, it's not about approving the management. It is because of the cost implication. It's beyond, it's above ministerial approval. So that's why we came, and it was approved. Now, the body or the firm that is working with us have come, and they have given him the papers. So he's putting everything now to make sure that that commences. Again, let me make a point to see that this one chance is also reduced, because at that when it starts, you won't go on the road to go and enter a vehicle. You don't know who owns it. You have to go to the bus terminal where you know that these buses are being controlled by the FCT and the management firm. So if anything goes wrong, you know the vehicle that we held responsible. For me, even though as a government process is long, I may not know that if I've gone ahead to start it when I know that it is above ministerial approval, somebody will come up one day that look at what the minister is doing, approving social amount of money for management, which he has no power. So you have to follow due process. But at least we're almost there. We're almost there. We have suffered for some time, but we're almost there. So we should continue to be patient by letting this kick off.
I wanted to state
yes,
issues that you raised. You are beyond the FCT minister. You're a national figure, and across the country there are concerns about kidnapping, banditry. We've had recent situations in other states. How open are you to speak to the concerns that are being raised on a daily, that we have economic issues on one hand, and then security is something that people feel like it's not working enough? And then we had the president go to Jos the other day to commiserate with the people, and then there's this video playing around that he was in a hurry to leave. Then people are saying, is that enough commiseration, or he just wanted to show his face there?
You know the problem I don't like in this country? We live issues and face trivialities. Until president sleeps with those who lost, until he sleeps with them in the same bed. That's the only way you know that he has commiserated with them. Until he goes to each one, family by family. That's the only way you will know he has commiserated with them. Why do we play politics in everything? Mr. President was to go somewhere because of his concern for what has happened in Plateau. He cancelled it. This is more important to me. Is that not enough to show that, look, he means well? He did not only say, I will go. He went there. And in fact, I was watching channels this morning. I was so taken aback. Two ladies were saying, how could you have gone there? You just left. And then people, passengers who were traveling, they were suffering all kinds of things. You know, I feel so bad. Assuming, have you seen where, take for example, the president of America or whoever comes here, for example, do you know 10 kilometers of this area, nobody will be around? Do you know that? Do you remember when the created Kenya? Nobody stayed in Hilton. You know that. Why would you not stay in Hilton because the president came? If it was the president, oh, how can you, president, and then they go and shut down Hilton? Do you know what it means? The man had left Abuja, went to commiserate with the people. I said, look, security provided that, look, if you go into the city, it will be a lot of chaos. You know, presidential movement. Have you asked when you are flying, you are about to land, and they said you can't because of presidential movement? Do you know how you feel? Tell me the truth. Actually, it is raining. There are thunderstorm. Pray you don't meet it that day. Why would you? But you know that is the rule. If the president is taking off or is landing for security reasons, you cannot. Why can't you appreciate things? Is it only when it has happened in our country we reduce the presidency to nothing? Who does that? He has come. He has met with the traditional rulers. He has met with families that lost their lives. He has told them, listen, no amount of money I give you here can bring back those their beloved ones, our beloved ones. I feel for it. I'm concerned about it. But I can assure you, we are doing everything possible to see that this is put to a stop. And in doing that, I've ordered social things to be put in place to make sure this thing does not reoccur. We are not happy until he sleeps with each of the families in their houses. That's only when you will feel that he sympathizes with them. What kind of country is this? That we will not trivialize issues. If he did not go, you will complain. Okay, when he went to Benue to come and stay with the people, why did you not say, why didn't you sleep there? Why did you not say, why should you come back that same day? No, see, I have told you, what is important is not me assuming now. Yes, just for the optics, I'm going to compensate. If I go to compensate and I'm not putting anything down to see the thing does not work, my going there doesn't make any sense. What is more important is, President, is he concerned? What has he done to see that this banditry insecurity is put to a stop? And nobody in this country can say that Mr. President is not doing all he can to see that this insecurity is reduced to the minimum level. But whether you have achieved all may not be there, but whether he has been doing something, are there achievements? Yes. And what people must know all over the world, fighting terrorism is not an easy thing. You don't know them. A terrorist can be amongst you here. You don't know. Terrorism is not about armed robbers alone. It's not about I'm coming.
I just want to, as somebody who is concerned about the president, winning re-election, security is probably one of the sour points for him. As somebody who once sat in the saddle as a governor, do you think
as somebody who
once sat in the saddle as a state governor,
yeah,
do you think the state governors to do enough? After all, they are getting more money in their pocket.
I don't want to go into
security is the primary responsibility
I don't want to go there.
Why not?
Let me tell you why. That's why I say in this country, the moment you say something, it's for people to say, look, what you said, did it make sense? Yes. Why should it be? Why do I say it? You have all kinds of things. You speak your opinion, your mind. It's turned to a different thing. You saw somebody send text. Why did he send it? Because I said, which is not correct, debunk it what I said. What I said was that these people who are shouting that this government or the ruling government is trying to kill opposition. You know what I'm saying? That it is not correct. But assuming it is even correct, you that is shouting, you were doing it. And you were doing it to make sure PDP was dead at a social time by using social person. I said, you. That was the essence of sending that text. But look, if we must tell ourselves the truth, it's very clear. And anybody should also praise the president all the time. Governors have come out to say money has been made available much more than what it used to be. It is not in dispute. I'm not here to say Governor State A has done this, State B has not done that. I'm not here to compare. But the point I'm making is that we still need more to be done. You see, security is a serious issue. And I believe it is not about the president. It's not about president. President, yes, is the chief, is the commander-in-chief, is the head of security, but he does not preside over Plateau. He does not preside over Kano. He does not preside over Rivers. He does not preside over Sokoto. we have people who preside over the affairs of those areas. Therefore, more.
Stay dry and fresh with Nivea Dry Deo. Keep moving forward with Derma's 72-hour active protection against sweat, odor, and skin irritation. Skin is for moving forward. Nivea is for skin.
In your thing, as a priority. So if I look at, I'm not saying you don't have one crime or the other in FCT, no, this is that. But if I say people have started to do that, so much insecurity. In the time we came, there was so much insecurity in Rivers, in the FCT. And people are asking, I said, just give us 1 or 2 months. It will be, you will see a different thing. I went to the various communities, to all the area councils, and I sat them with everybody and said, look, what actually is the problem? This kidnapping here, banditry here. They say, look, sir, in Buhari, see where they are coming from. But it's unfortunate, no road, nothing to access. So when they come, they pick you. There's no way we can move after them. That's okay. So what do we do now? This is if we can control this road. Look at this area, we don't have security posts. What do? We need more security posts, right? Now, you have tried to, those who are there, who actually feel the impact, they are telling you, if we can put this in place, we think the level of banditry, kidnapping in this area will be minimized. And we did that, right? There's no area council today who have not been able to put 3 or 4 additional security outfits. So the point I'm making is that I'm not their principal, but all I'm saying is that President has taken security issue as a priority. You know, the problem is that what you don't know is that insecurity is not like sea road. You understand me? As we are fighting now in Plateau, look at our security agencies, the military, the Navy, the SSL, police are being killed. Who likes it? But they are being killed because of trying to protect us, trying to safeguard us. We must give them, first of all, kudos to say, look, they are committed in fighting this. But not every day will come. Look at the issue of insecurity. Are you saying that nothing has been done that you can appreciate?
Sorry, we are losing time, and some people are already sending messages
because
in reaction very quickly. One of them is saying that good morning, the Honorable Minister Malaki Zendu. Some of every road, there's a conversion of every road junction to motor parks and the blockade of expressways by motorists from Wuse Market, Bega, Utako, and Airport Road. And then the other person says, Honorable Minister is doing very well, but please, that's from Godwin Jeminya, please tell him to create more third class in area councils, especially Esujikwe that spent 30 years on the throne. And another one is saying, you are doing very well on water and hospitals and education. You said hospitals and education will be your focus in this year. What has happened to the hospital?
Then that means it's not from Abuja. It doesn't say that Abuja.
Staff welfare, yeah.
Let me finish the I don't know the first question you asked.
Yes, on that people are converting.
Let me tell you, if you watch what we are doing,
yes, sir,
in all the you see green what do you call it, mesh wires.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
To try to protect, because it's reasonable. The next day, traders will come in. The next day, some people will just do it. And when you go out, you see the danger. If you don't move them that time, you go any other time. You Nigeria will say, look at how where people are trying to have their living. Say they are doing them, chasing them away. Have they provided where they should stay? You will write it. You will write it. But yes, you are looking for what to eat. But is that what other people should suffer? Is that what should turn that place as where the hub of criminals will not begin to stay? No. And it's the fight we have been doing. Even market. People leave market and come out on the road. And we will say, move in, arrest them. This government does not know the suffering of the people. But that will not deter us. We will continue to do that. About schools, let me tell you, it's unfortunate. And people look at schools as only the one in the city. As I speak to you here now, if as I speak to you, we have awarded not less than 250 schools for total renovation. As I speak to you, we have gotten not less than 100 that is ready, done and finished. I told you we are starting about health. I think last week or 2 weeks, the mandate secretary brought about 18 lists, 18 health centers that will need to, which we have awarded the contract. But I have always said something. I don't allow contract to be awarded for the sake of it being awarded. If the funds are not there, first of all, awarding such contracts is a criminal offense. I try as much as to, I won't because people are shouting. Yes, there needs things to be done. But we should also ask, where is the money? Where will you get the money from? And that's the truth. I'm not like a state. I'm not like a state that's getting so much money. You can say, no, I'm not. It's only the tax I get from, and then I use it to do other things. But I can assure you that is going on well.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. I think we've come to the end of today's series. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. For my colleagues, Chigoke.
Always a pleasure, Honorable Minister. And maybe next time you will speak on state police. I wanted to ask that question before.
I'm not the
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Ask any question.
Yeah, of course. I just hope that history will be kind to you.